bitch. Other bitch more. Both of them.
From Chicago, mother speaks out.
My son is, he's very devastated. He'll wake up out of his middle of his sleep.
To people's reaction on the incident.
So one of the motherfucking little girls that got caught jumping that lady in Chicago.
Should action be taken?
So everybody has been keeping up to date with this disturbing video with the mom and her kids.
Who is to blame?
We have a problem. That wasn't the white man. It wasn't the system. It was black people harming black people.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm also today, and my name is Elvis Derry.
After a pregnant mother and her children were attacked in Chicago, the world was shocked. Are the parents of these young attackers the problem?
Motherfuckers really only be sorry when they get caught doing some shit. This is another mother that released a bullshit ass statement. Like, bitch, you could have kept that shit. You getting beefy and bulky with the public because we on your kids' ass. And they should be on your ass as well. Like, truth be told, especially with you talking like this, because you the type of mother that another mother would go to and say that your child is doing X, Y, and Z, and you be like, my child ain't do that shit. Bitch, you cool?
You know the whole city of Chicago looking for you, right? You and your little friends. Because you was wrong yesterday. You was wrong. And you was gonna jump somebody. So now they looking for you. You know that, right? You know I'm not helping you, right?
And this mother think it's funny. Granted, she told her kid the whole city was on his ass, but at the same time, bitch, you laughing for what? You're laughing for what? Ain't nothing about that was funny at all. Don't get your big DW looking ass up here talking about something they ain't got what I got. Bitch, y'all all got the same shit, a dark fucking soul and spirit.
A woman says that the girl who threw the first punch apologized but was not sincere. Do you agree with this?
So one of the motherfucking little girls that got caught jumping that lady in Chicago, her mama brought her to the camera to apologize. And at this point, I'm heavy on the lock her up. Lock her the fuck up. At this point, we don't give a fuck about nothing you talking about. And then furthermore, why the mama gonna say, oh, keep it respectful, she's just a child? Bitch, we don't care. She was not conducting herself as a child. She was not in the child's place when she decided to put her hands on that grown-ass lady. And if you want my motherfucking honest opinion, and even if you don't, I'm still going to say it, won't you go take her to the motherfucking police station? Won't you be the bigger parent and do the right thing? Take her, because you get on camera, apologize to us or apologize to the world for what? At this point, the damage is motherfucking done. Do the right thing. Then she want to get on the camera hooting and hollering. Like, you're only crying because you got fucking caught? That's it? That was wrong on every motherfucking level. Like, for real. Talk about some, oh, I wasn't raised like that. No, you was raised just like that. Okay? Something ain't right and it starts from home, baby. Don't get on here trying to fool us with all that. I get it. We all make mistakes, fall in the wrong crowd and all that. But take accountability, little girl. And for the mama, you're pathetic.
Kashando Hatta and her family have been moved to a safe and disclosed location. Do we need a Kashando Hatta bill to protect bullied children and hold parents immediately accountable for their kids' actions?
My son is, he's very devastated. He'll wake up out of his middle of his sleep, screaming. He'll scream, Mommy, are you there?
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all minors. We've stopped it after she was dragged to the ground because of how brutal it is. Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground and he's looking at me screaming like, Mommy, please help me, help me. I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's, kind of walking a little slow. And they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
But I just saw her live right here. That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks. All of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who attacked her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school. She's she's looking to get therapy for them.
A Chicago pastor, Corey Brooks, is demanding action after a mother and her son were beaten by a mob of elementary-aged children after school.
Well, unfortunately, this is the cycle that we continue to see in the city of Chicago, where violence is so rampant and parents are being held unaccountable. And that's the reason why I'm walking across America, trying to get people to wake up in our urban areas so they can understand the magnitude of the issues that we're faced with every single day. Chicago is just a microcosm of what's going on across America. These young people are unruly. They have no moral compass. And we need organizations to really work hard to make sure we change the direction of our neighborhoods. If we're ever going to change the trajectory of our young people, we got to catch them early. We got to continue to do the work. But the tragedy is, in Chicago right now, we're facing some devastation that has been going on for years, and we need to get a handle on it.
This is what the mother had to say about this incident. Let's play it.
I'm trying to get justice for my son. They fought my son, they hit my son first, all in his face. Then they dragged me in the grass and pulled my little baby hair.
We haven't held these kids accountable. We haven't held parents accountable. No mother should be that helpless and be targeted by children inside of her own community.
Councilman, where is the fear and respect? I remember growing up, we were afraid of the neighbors because we knew that they was going to get us, and then our parents was going to get us when we got home as well. None of that respect seems to exist anymore, Councilman.
Yeah, you know what? I completely agree. I think we've gone away from that, and we have to get back to those days. I think no mother and child, or children rather, should have to experience something so traumatic. To look at that video and to see you guys replay it, it's a horrifying video. I mean, it shows the disrespect. No child should ever feel comfortable putting their hands on an adult. And I think, as Senator Preston said, and many have said it, is that this has gone on for so long, right? The mother has come to the school and talked about this, and nothing had been done about it. It had not been addressed. And the thing about it is that, you know, I was glad to be there to be a support to that family and to help them through the process. But this is so much bigger than just that school. This is happening throughout the Chicago public school system. Many children are being bullied, and we have to put measures in place and make sure that those parents' voices are being heard and that those children's voices are being heard. Because if not, this can really overspill into something even bigger, I believe.
This was not racism or the system. This was black people harming fellow black people. This is a serious problem that needs to be solved. Do you agree with this?
We have a problem. That wasn't the white man. It wasn't the system. It was black people harming black people, which is what happens the majority of the time. And we don't talk about it enough. Let that have been a group of white kids doing that to a black woman, and all of black America would be outraged. It'd be a national news story. We'd be talking about it. We'd be making a big deal. We would be saying people should be held accountable. Now, I'm not going to say there are no black Americans who are not outraged by this, who have not been calling this out. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is there's not enough. We hold every other race of people to a higher standard than we hold ourselves. What we just watched was completely and totally unacceptable. And it should be drawing more outrage from the black community itself, from black Americans. And I'm not saying this isn't out there, but I want someone to go find a video of a group of all Asian kids or a group of all white kids or even a group of all Hispanic kids, like in this country, jumping a mom and her child like this. I think that'll be an interesting experiment. Can we find another race that is doing this? My thoughts and prayers go out to that mom, her child, and every single one of those kids need to be held accountable. I mean, in my opinion, this is telling about the people who are raising those children or the lack of those children actually being raised. And it's people that look like me. We have to do better. There's no other way to put it. We need to take accountability, make better decisions, discipline our children, stop having children with a bunch of people that you should not be having children with. Overall, we just need to do better. There's no other way to put it. It doesn't need to be sugar-coated. We need to be honest about it. We as a whole need to do much better. Again, this was disgusting to watch.
Following the brutal attack near Bright Elementary School, Chicago native Lil Zay Osama is sending a massive wave of support. Listen to this.
A local rapper, Lil Zay Osama, is now coming forward to help. He says he wants to fly the mom and son to LA for dinner and Christmas shopping and has a message for other children listening.
It's just something that shouldn't be going on. Kids should be able to go to school and be comfortable walking home from school and at school learning, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids of that age should not be doing things like that, especially to an adult and to their peers that go to school with them. That's crazy. That shouldn't be happening in our community. We got to do better.
What do you think should be done to bring discipline among the younger generation?
When I saw the video, the first thing I thought about was the trauma that these children are going to face for the rest of their life and how they don't even realize how fucked up they're about to be for the rest of their life. That young boy, her son who was struck, 18 years old, 15 years old today, to this point, 15 years old, 28 years old, 32 years old, 57 years old, he is going to have a memory linked to himself of being in a position to where he couldn't defend his mother. That daughter, she's going to have a memory linked to herself, a trauma linked to her that's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get undone of being attacked by children, by people who look just like you, who look like you. It's one thing to be harmed, but it's another thing. I'm telling you, bro, it's one thing to be harmed, but it's another thing to be harmed by somebody who looks just like you.
Chicago came through for the mother and her kids after being brutally attacked. This is how a community should come together and support each other in difficult times.
So everybody has been keeping up to date with this disturbing video with the mom and her kids getting bullied by all of these other students at this school. Chicago came through for this mom and her kids. Now, we know that there's still going to be some trauma, but Chicago, y'all did y'all big one with this one. This is how you unite. This is how you come together to help people who have been affected by things like this. The mom she stated on social media that, she's hurt. She felt like she, failed her kids. Let me tell you, Mom, you did not fail your kids. You did everything that you needed to do to protect you and your kids. And we are standing with you not only just in Chicago, but all across the United States, because what happened was wrong. These kids need to be held accountable. But look at everything that's at the bottom of this post, everything that Chicago has done, and people are still donating to her. People are still helping her out and her family out. This is how you unite. When there's unity, anything can happen, and you will see so many great things happen. I'm praying for this mom. I'm praying for her kids. I'm praying for her family. Y'all, whatever we can do to help her out even more, let's show the world that we are not for violence, but we are against it, and we are definitely not for bullying. Shout out to Chicago. Y'all did y'all thing with this. Let's go.
Women argue in the streets of Chicago, blaming the mothers and the school for a mother getting jumped. Take a look at this.
No, it's bigger than the school system. It's our community. I'm telling you, as black men.
Private schools control their kids. Public schools should be able to control their kids.
Sister, all I'm saying is, when you see a black man taking responsibility for the bull that's happening to our community, y'all gotta learn to stand down. Y'all gotta stop this. It's not a war between us. It's not a war. Let that. So with that, hey, what you doing? What you on?
It's the way you can. It's the way you can.
No, it ain't. No, it's not, sister. Yeah, everybody wrong. We dealing with this, but we here. We here. We here. They not here. We here with you. We here. We here. Who you fighting? Okay, then let me finish.
I'm fighting for what's right, my brother. I'm a true white man, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to fight for what's right. Them straight watched that lady get jumped on and they didn't do nothing.
Because they know me.
I'm
done. I'm done. I'm good. Y'all deal with her. Y'all deal with her.
I feel him. I feel him 100%. This is the first thing that I seen on social media outside of YouTube as far as having conversations about the woman that got jumped in Chicago by the little kids. And the first thing that the women are saying is, first of all, they out there for no reason at all. Because if a guy said, I got this, and you know, I disagree with a lot of things, but we're going to get to that shortly. If a guy say, I got this, what are you sitting there going back and forth with him for? And maybe I'm just like too much in this man's world. Everybody got a role to play. What are you doing outside? I wouldn't even let my girl go outside to address some mess because she can't do anything more effectively than I can as a man. You see what I'm saying? And so they're sitting there, first of all, blaming the school. The school has no culpability. They are not responsible for anything that happened to that woman with regard to those kids jumping that lady outside of the school. Had nothing to do with the school whatsoever. What do you want them to do? You want them to go outside and crash out and get involved in some stuff that they're not supposed to be in the first place? Secondly, they arguing with the guy, and the guy is like, hey, listen, the real problem is us. It's the culture. It's the community. It's the things that you're doing right now that's removing responsibility from the people that actually committed the crime and jumping on this girl. And she's sitting there arguing with him, saying it's the way you came and stuff. I didn't even see him say anything wrong.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.